Hi, welcome back to the blind LP of East Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Path. We are here today with Dane Gustavia, who we discovered in the last episode that he has a taste disorder, kind of like Mr. Master, but a bit different. Mr. Master's taste disorder was like more to a confused kind, but for Dane Gustavia here, he can't really taste much, I believe. Alright, so now he's going to explain to us how he made his dessert for the finals. Let's begin.
Sir Dover and I cooperated until the finals. I handled the flavor, he was in charge of the design. However, for the finals, I wanted to challenge Sir Master with my own skills. I helped Sir Dover make his entry, but I made mine completely on my own. If the flavor of my entry wasn't good enough, my own lack of training was to blame. Okay. How about that, Sir Prosecutor? This is the truth of 18 years ago.
I can't find any contradictions in his testimony.
Well, of course he isn't going to fess up that easily. This guy's been on the run for 18 years after all. Guess we'll have to keep on pressing him until he breaks, eh?
Yes. But still, he would have exceeded the statute of limitations for murder. So I'm not sure how they can pin him down and give him what he deserves if he's the killer. Alright, so we'll press. So Mr. Dover took care of the design while you handled the flavor.
Sir Dover was a sculptor by trade. His sense of design was splendid. But he was just an amateur chef. We combined our strengths by working together.
You never did have much design sense, did you, Mr. Gustavia?
Oof. Okay, what are you gonna make now? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's a symbol of Zhengfa.
Wow, a phoenix! That is really good!
And he's gonna say it's not a phoenix. Is he?
Well, you really have improved these past 18 years.
Behold the fruits of my 18 years of training. I've put my life and limb on the line for my dessert skills. It's true that I cooperated with Sir Dover 18 years ago, up until the finals.
Oh. Okay. So, you were really serious about the title of world's greatest pastry chef?
Yes, confectionery is my life. Naturally, I wanted to be the world's greatest. But back then, I was still inexperienced and I was no match for the better chef.
But your goal was also to obtain the angel's recipe, right? Wouldn't the recipe book be worth more to you than the title? I will not stand by and watch you badger convalescent man like this. My gavel shall protect you, Mr. Gustavia. I realize he's still recuperating, but... Mr. Gustavia, do not yield to this devilish prosecutor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Okay. I don't know about that. So you helped Mr. Dover with his dessert, but made yours all by yourself? No matter how you look at it, this seems odd. Why didn't Mr. Dover assist you?
It matters not how it seems, it's the truth. I do not know what Sir Dover was thinking.
It's hard to prove if someone is lying about something that happened 18 years ago. Hey, Kay, does your secret weapon also work as a lie detector?
No.
If it did, I'd have already stolen Mr. Adrio's spotlight.
Okay. There's no need for that. I will expose this man's lies myself. I'm perfectly capable of doing that.
Dane Gustavia, please continue with your testimony.
Okay, let's see.
Up until the finals, I heard that you received high praise for the flavor of your desserts. Was there some sort of accident during the finals?
Let's continue first.
Nothing of the sort. I simply was unable to taste my work due to my taste disorder. My intuition must have been off, that's all.
Then, was your intuition fine while making Mr. Dover's entry?
How could there be such a huge difference between the finals and the previous day?
I have no idea what's going on, honestly.
We're not getting anywhere at this rate.
Should I change the topic? Semi-finals, Mr. Dover, or change the topic? Maybe the semi-finals first. So, you're sure there wasn't anything different between the semi-finals and the finals?
Yes, that's right.
Huh. Wait, let me press that first. So, you were still able to make your desserts without Mr. Dover's assistance?
I may have lacked design sense, but I was confident in the flavor. Apart from the design, there were no major differences between my finals and semi-finals entries.
Huh? That sure is strange. That's not how Uncle Ray remembers it. I'm pretty sure both the look and taste of your finals dessert scored poorly.
Oh.
Then, there's no way he would have won the contest.
Even the flavor which he was so confident about failed to materialize during the finals. Something must have changed besides Mr. Dover's cooperation. But what? All those unanswered questions 18 years ago. I should already have the keys. I need to unravel that. Really? I don't know. I must recall all the information that Mr. Shields and my father gathered. Well... I'm assuming that there is a contradiction there. Here. Okay, so we need to prove that... I don't know what we need to prove. Let's see. No, see here, statute of limitations. This is bothering me because murder, 15 years. Alright. What has changed? There's nothing for it. I'm going to go back and see whether I can cover the other topic. Ask about Mr. Dover. You knew Mr. Dover before you entered the contest, right?
Yes.
I knew him well.
Sir Dover's son and my own attended the same elementary school. Can I press on that? Then, it wasn't a coincidence that you both participated in the contest.
I heard about the contest, so I made the suggestion to Sir Dover. He always wanted money for his sculpting business.
If I recall, Mr. Dover was a greedy man. He was? Who was always after more money.
Ooh, so the angel's recipe is really worth that much? Okay, the recipe book was certainly valuable 18 years ago, but nowadays most of the medicines it contains are available commercially. Oh, that's a shame.
In the end, it seems that each of the contestants had the angel's recipe as a goal. All those unanswered questions 18 years ago. I should already... no. Okay, so... I am not sure. We'll go for the last one. Okay, what if I don't change the topic? I don't think there's any reason to change the topic. Oh. Help? Sir Dover's son and my own attended the same elementary school. There's nothing to contradict from that. Do I just present the photo? Let's try. I mean, like, I don't know what else I could present. Oh, really? Really? There was another difference between the semifinals and finals, because Gustavia's son did not come for the finals. This photo depicts your son. We know he came to visit you up until the semifinals.
That's correct. What does that have to do with anything?
Your son, who always came to see you up until the semifinals, was not present for the finals. Was his son kidnapped? And then, it was only in the finals that your flavor judged poorly. I don't believe this to be a mere coincidence. Your son's visits must have been very important to you, were they not? Okay, where are we going from here?
A father can work miracles when his son is watching. With my son cheering me on, I was able to make the most delicious desserts.
Mr. Gustavia sure sounds like a good father, doesn't he?
If what he's saying is the whole truth, one could say so. But just hearing his son's cheers wouldn't be enough to change the taste of his desserts. A confectioner, confident in his sense of taste, develops a taste disorder. It would have been difficult for him to maintain the taste of his desserts. Your son came to cheer you on. Was that really all he did? So his son is his taste tester?
You seem very doubtful, Sir Prosecutor. In this case, I'll turn this around and ask you. What else could my elementary school son have done besides cheer me on?
He tasted your desserts. I'm sure your elementary school son would have remembered the taste of your desserts.
Of course, my son always loved my desserts.
In that case, he would have been able to taste test your desserts in your place. What a smart kid.
What did you say?
Earlier you told us that you have a taste disorder. His son would be a teenager by now.
I've never told this to anyone. Well done. As you say, I developed a taste disorder 18 years ago.
No one else knew about your taste disorder. If Mr. Dover had found out, he would have ended your partnership. After all, you were in charge of the flavor, right? Oh, so that's why he ended the partnership, he found out. Your son didn't just cheer you on, he also helped you determine if your desserts tasted correct.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. Mr. Dover's dessert was made the day before, so it still tasted good.
What are you saying is quite amusing, Sir Prosecutor. You say that my elementary school son assisted me as a taste tester?
Well, better than saying he made it for you.
You are insulting my pride.
Your pride?
It's true, I had no sense of design 18 years ago. However, I won't lose to anyone when it comes to flavor. You claim I would cast aside my pride and rely on my son. Don't get carried away with your foolish conjecture, you upstart.
In that case, I'm sure your son can confirm if my theory is mere conjecture. His son is still missing, right?
Unfortunately for you, I no longer have a son.
What?
After my taste disorder was cured, I went to train in Zhengfa immediately. During that time, I severed all ties with my son.
I am highly suspicious about this.
What?
Don't tell me. You would even abandon your own son.
That's not all. Even today, the whereabouts of his son are still unknown. The police have been searching, but they haven't been able to find any traces of him.
You wish to confirm your theory? I welcome you to try.
These are the only things that are important to me. Well, his son would have been a teenager by now.
After regaining my sense of taste, my son no longer mattered.
Around 18 years old, maybe?
Order in the court. Mr. Gustavia's actions are certainly inhumane. However, we are not here to judge whether or not he is a good father. Prosecutor Edgeworth, I believe this is your loss.
After all, there is no evidence left from 18 years ago that could prove your theories.
True. I can't think of anything.
Mr. Edgeworth, is there nothing we can do?
Take out little teeth.
At this rate, we'll never find out the truth.
Detective Gumshoe, where are those results? Come on, Gumshoe. It should be Dover's, right? Right? I entrusted Detective Gumshoe with the last piece of evidence. If only I knew who that blood belonged to.
Miles, there's still one thing that's bothering Uncle Ray. Was Mr. Gustavia's only reason for coming to the art gallery to check on the body?
I'm not sure I like where this is going. If he only wanted to confirm the body's presence, he wouldn't have needed to open the case.
That's right. Is there a way we can prove this?
There is one way. We just need that evidence from Detective Gumshoe. Come on, Gumshoe.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, what are you talking about?
Mr. Edgeworth, sorry to keep you waiting, sir.
Okay. Good. Just the person I was talking about. What if it's not Isaac Dover's blood? Is that a possibility? Detective Gumshoe, I trust you have the results. The test results.
Of course, sir. I just got the report back from the lab.
Detective, please be silent. So, this is the evidence that Prosecutor Edgeworth was talking about. Huh? Hey, what's this? This is the first I've heard of it.
This was a request from me. I asked him to investigate a certain piece of evidence. Why is everyone always helping you out? I'm the one in charge of the crime scene. How old is he? Again? "17. And K was the same age, right? Yep. Next. Mr. DeBest, I apologize for taking matters into my own hands, but how about we hear his report first?
Sure.
Detective Gumshoe, what were the results?
Here's a report, sir. The traces of blood found in the Gemini sculpture belong to the victim of the poison.
Get what? What? Dean Gustavia?
What are you saying?
Good work, Detective Gumshoe. As I thought, my theory was correct.
Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean?
I have no idea what he means either.
We too would like an explanation. What on earth does this blood prove?
This blood is something the culprit of the I-7 incident tried to conceal. It can't be. This blood was found inside the glass case of the Gemini sculpture. In other words, your blood was found alongside Mr. Dover's body.
What did you do? Did you get injured while killing him? Why would Mr. Gustavier's blood be in a place like that?
If you intend to remain silent, then I'll reveal the truth myself. In the Gemini case, aside from the blood, we also found traces of salt and sugar.
Salt and blood?
And only one of Mr. Dover's sherbet desserts tasted salty, the harp.
Come to think of it, I remember Miss Delicious saying the same thing 18 years ago.
Oh, yesy, his sherbet was most delicious.
Really? I wish I could have eaten some too. But there was one piece that was so salty I couldn't eat it.
Salty?
It's right here in this photo. It was a part of that lyre.
Oh, lyre, yes, not harp.
That's a lyre from the Gemini constellation. Exactly. For some reason, salt had been mixed into the lyre. No other traces of salt were found in Mr. Dover's room.
In that case, please explain.
Where did the salt detected in the lyre come from?
I'm so not prepared for this. Salt. Salt. What has salt in it? I don't know. Oh.
Take that!
This is the rock salt lamp used as a murder weapon in the I-7 incident.
I believe part of this rock salt lamp was mixed in with the sherbet from the lyre. At the time of the murder, there were 2 rock salt lamps in Mr. Master's room. One of those lamps took Mr. Dover's life. That's terrible. We know that Miss Dover's blood was left behind on the murderer's lamp. However, there were no traces of anyone's blood found at the crime scene, Mr. Master's room, because the killer disposed all of the desserts with traces of blood into the streams of water, right? Wait, because the killer disposed all of the desserts with traces of blood, okay. No other traces of salt were found in Mr. Dover's room.
Speaking of which, when the 2 rock salt lamps found in Miss Delicious' room also broken,
it looks like both the lamps in the pillars are broken. Both of their light bulbs are broken. Oh, that was bad. Detective bad.
maybe they were dropped on the floor. We never did figure out why the other rock salt lamp was broken. Maybe Mr. Gustavier's blood was on the other lamp.
If your blood was found on the lamps at the crime scene, you would have been suspected. As a culprit, you would have needed to conceal all traces of your blood from the police.
Don't tell me he concealed it in the sherbet lyre.
Exactly. The rock salt lamp and his blood were mixed into the sherbet lyre and hidden inside the glass case.
Ugh. And they tasted that?
Unlike the fountain's water, the sherbet desserts would not be analyzed right away. Perhaps he had planned to dispose of the sherbet when the opportunity presented itself?
Then, the reason Mr. Gustavier came to this gallery.
18 years ago, the body and the evidence pointing to the killer were both stolen. Even the killer could not have anticipated that. There was no way of knowing when the body and the evidence would be discovered.
So he planned to destroy the evidence before the Zodiac Art Gallery's grand opening.
Dane Gustavia, isn't it about time you confessed? You are the true culprit of the I-7 incident. Monsieur Gustavia, you're the reason Monsieur Master is...
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Mr. Gustavia.
Could it be, after all this time, my crime is finally brought to light?
But we are too late. We are too late.
The prosecutors and defense attorneys 18 years ago never even came close. Bravo, bravo! Well done, Sir Prosecutor.
So you admit that you killed Mr. Dover?
It is true, I killed Isaac Dover. But he had only himself to blame.
What do you mean?
Dover and I worked together in order to win the contest. No matter who won, we agreed that we'd share the injured recipe. But on the day of the finals, he stabbed me in the back. Sir Dover, this isn't what we agreed to. I'm sorry, Gustavia. The deal is off. What? But I made your desserts for you. I'm the reason you got this far.
And what of it? Can you prove that you assisted me in any way?
Dover, you're planning to betray me all along.
Because of...
Because of Dover's treachery, I was forced to make my finals entry on my own. It's just as Sir Prosecutor said. My son assisted me every day until the finals.
What about your pride as a confectionery artist?
A proud chef loses the ability to taste his own creations. There's a feeling an upstart like you would never understand. Mastering the art of dessert making is my reason for being. It is my one and only pride.
Committing murder for the sake of pride, that's another feeling I will never understand. To say nothing of abandoning your own son, such a thought disgusts me. But his son did not help him in the finals, why?
Well, before you judge me, first understand what happened 18 years ago. On the day of the finals, my son never came to assist me.
Yeah, that's bothering me.
Thinking back on it now, I suppose Dover had a hand in that as well.
Huh? What exactly happened to your son?
I do not know, but it no longer matters. Ever since that day, my son meant nothing to me. From what I hear, he's still missing.
Okay, so you didn't bother to find him.
That's awful. Giving up on him like that?
Without your son, you had no chance of winning, correct?
Yes, and since I was guaranteed to lose, I needed a failsafe. During the afternoon tea time, I made my way to Sir Master's room. I just needed to take a photo of the cure to my taste disorder. It would have all worked out. If only Dover hadn't interfered.
Gustavia.
Trying to steal a picture of my prize, are you? That hardly seems sporting. You!
Cure for taste disorders. Oh, you have a taste disorder, don't you?
Oh, this is rich. A pastry chef who can't taste. Dover, you!
Puny worm, you are in no position to oppose me.
Were you?
When I attempted to hit Dover, he struck me and sent me flying.
I crashed into one of the rock salt lamps and that was when my blood stained on it.
Okay.
So Mr. Dover wasn't the first one to be injured?
To conceal my blood, I shaved away part of the rock salt lamp and mixed it into the sherbet.
Well.
After that, it became a part of the liar sculpture.
So that's how you tried to erase your traces from the crime scene.
Dover tried to blackmail me by using his knowledge of my taste disorder. If I didn't want it to become public, I was to pay him a large sum.
So that's the reason why you killed Isaac Dover?
Exactly. What reason do I have to let those who obstruct me live? He was the one who drew first blood. I simply gave him his just desserts.
So that was his motive.
I carried the rock salt lamp that bore my blood into Dover's room. Then I came up with a hiding place where it would not easily be found.
I get it. That room contained plenty of tools for sculpting sherbet.
Your deduction is spot on, Sir Attorney. It was the ideal place to shave away those rock salt. I then proceeded to coat the surface of the sherbet layer with vast amounts of the salty mixture.
Why? Why did you try to pin the crime on Monsieur Master?
You are wrong to blame me for that, Lady Catherine. If not for your unnecessary meddling, Sir Master would never have been a suspect. Why do you think I hid the murder weapon and fluorescent cloth in Lady Delicia's room?
You want to frame Delicia? There is only one reason why you... Wait. You wanted to pin the crime on Delicia? Yep. Me?
Yes, that is correct.
Gussie, why? Why me?
As one who sought to be the world's best confectioner, I greatly respected Sir Master. It was never my intention to cast suspicion on him, but an insolent woman who dared to sully the contest with fake desserts.
I had no problem. I don't want to hear that from you, actually. You have no right either.
I had no problem letting someone like you take the blame for the crime.
He is no better.
That makes me sad.
If you hadn't snacked on other people's desserts, the body would never have been found. It was when Sir Master would be judging Lady Delicia's room. That's when I finally saw an opportunity to freeze the body, but before I could move the body, Lady Catherine had already discovered it.
Why? Did you need to freeze Monsieur Dover's body?
Why indeed?
Monsieur Edgeworth, please tell us. Why would Monsieur Gustavia have needed to freeze the body? Mr. Gustavia intended to freeze the body in order to throw off the time of death. If the time of death had coincided with the tea party, Mr. Gustavia would have been suspected.
That is correct.
Preparations
When necessary to freeze the body. While I was preparing in Dover's room, I placed the body in the treasure chest in Sir Master's room. I could think of no better hiding place at the time, but thanks to that gluttonous pharmacist, the lid of the chest broke.
But why did you disguise him as an eye sculpture? Be right back. Once the body was discovered, there would be no time to throw off the time of death. To buy time, you needed to hide it someplace else. How horrid! How could you hide Monsieur Dover's body within one of his own works?
It would have worked out if the body hadn't been discovered while it was in Sir Master's room. If everything had gone according to plan, Sir Master would never have been arrested.
So, because I discovered the body? It's my fault Monsieur Master was... No, it's not your fault.
Kate, don't take his words to heart. Even if suspicion hadn't fallen on Mr. Master, Miss Delicious would have taken the fall. No matter who he targeted, the one at fault here is Dane Gustavia, right? Yeah.
The detective in charge of the initial investigation was also a dunce. To think that he never reported the missing body to the prosecutor.
Prosecutor von Karma indicted the Mr. Master without knowing the body had vanished. I thought he knew there was a missing body.
I see. That would explain why he looked so flustered at the crime scene. Although, it's something that would stand out if you read the official documents.
Could someone have intentionally distorted the information? At any rate, Von Karma found out about the missing body after he had made his indictment. And if he had let one person be acquitted, he'd have a stain on his much prided perfect record. That's why he concealed the fact that the body was hidden and had Mr. Master declared guilty.
Well, what are you saying? For 18 years, that man has taken the blame for your crimes.
Oh, wrong. It's I keep thinking it's 8 years since the crime, but it's 18 years. That would make the son 28 years old, not 18. So I don't know then.
I don't care what you say. What a monster. I'm arresting him right here, right now, sir.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that will be impossible. Why? Why? Oh yes, yeah. It's the point that I've been pointing out to you for a while.
That's correct. You have no right to sentence me.
What? But the culprit is standing right in front of us. The statute of limitations. Come on, come on.
Allow me to tell you the reason why you can't arrest me.
I know already.
It has been 18 years since I murdered Dover. The statute of limitations for murder in this country is 15 years, is it not? In other words, it's impossible for you to arrest me. I only confessed my crime because the statute of limitations had expired.
The statute of limitations for murder is 15 years. Mr. Hitchworth, is there nothing we can do?
As long as the statute of limitations remains, arresting him is impossible.
No way. My sincerest apologies, Prosecutor Hitchworth.
Whose side are you on?
Neither Mr. Gustavia's testimony nor your logic can be taken as official legal proof. The verdict of the trial 18 years ago cannot be overturned.
What about the fact that Mr. Dover's body was hidden? Even if we can't arrest Mr. Gustavia, this should at least earn Mr. Master a retrial.
Really, I wonder about that. What is wrong with this woman? Overturning a verdict of the goddess of law is much harder than you think.
Can't you see the truth in front of you right now?
How unfortunate, Sir Prosecutor. Is there nothing I can do? Is there no way to continue pursuing Mr. Gustavia?
Press. No matter how many years have passed, your sin will never fade. Unfortunately, it doesn't hold in a court of law.
Sure, Prosecutor, I'm sure you must have realized by now. There's no way you can arrest me. Arresting you will be a piece of cake for someone like Mr. Israel. Isn't that right, sir?
I don't think it will be that simple.
It's impossible for you to arrest me.
It's possible that some of your actions 18 years ago were not affected by this statute.
It's been so long, I've got nothing left to hide. Ask me anything you like.
Very well. Could you explain to me what you did during these past 18 years?
Certainly. After the contest, the medicine from the recipe book allowed me to fully cure my taste disorder. I then immediately headed to Zhengfa to train my design skills.
So he wasn't seen ever since that case because he was in a foreign country.
Indeed, and I'm certain that I went abroad to train. About 1 year after that case, right before Sir Master's final trial began. And thanks to my training, I am now a confessional unparalleled in both taste and design.
You should not be proud of a position earned through the sacrifices of others.
You can bake a cake without breaking a few eggs. Sacrifices were necessary for my goal.
That's horrible.
Say what you will. The fact still remains that you cannot arrest me.
I have to get more information out of Mr. Gustavia. Was there anything of note in his recent testimony? Yeah, this. I was wondering about this. Can you please add the details about Mr. Master's final trial to your testimony?
Certainly.
I did not witness the Sir Master's final trial. What do you mean by that? So you weren't called as a witness by Prosecutor Von Karma or my father?
I'm more important issue than attend the trial. I was much too busy trying to master the art of desserts.
Your old man did try to find him, but could never get hold of a contact address.
So he took the initiative and left before he could be summoned to court.
Hold it!
Let's try this. Hey.
Hold it!
Oh, I can't revert it back? Huh. I can't revert it back. So I'm supposed to present something here? Huh. We'll continue pressing first. It's too early to say for sure that it is impossible.
Just give it up, Sir Prosecutor. Just like your father before you. You cannot catch me.
My father was killed, and that's the only reason he couldn't catch you. It was because of Von Karma's interference that my father couldn't find the truth. And now I'm about to lose the truth due to the statute of limitations. Miss Atra, we can't give up now. Your father's last case. We have to see it through to the end. Okay. We can't let the culprits steal the truth. That's our job. As great thieves. Well... I'm not a great thief, but it is as you say. Dane Gustavia, I won't let you escape.
By all means, do try your best.
Hold it!
So you confessed because you knew that the statute of limitations had already expired.
Of course, who would confess otherwise? Well, I would have preferred to carry the truth of Dover's murder to my grave.
Why is that?
I'm now the world's best confectioner. I wouldn't want to have such a trifling matter affect my path as an artisan of desserts.
Trifling matter, huh?
So you let Mr. Master take the fall while you protected your own position. You alone I cannot forgive.
More powerful for me to decide. I don't need your forgiveness.
Miles, it's been a long time since your Uncle Ray's been this angry.
I feel the same way. I cannot allow this man to go unchecked. I can see how he was able to escape justice for 18 years.
Isn't there some way we can catch him? Mr. Gustavia is an amateur at law after all. He's no match for a real ace attorney. I'm sure there's some flaw in his plan that we can exploit.
Statute. Maybe he I don't know, he can have another crime within the last 15 years. Alright, see here. 15 years, 7 years. If the suspect flees to or lives in a foreign country, the time limit is on hold until the suspect returns. Well then. Wait, let me finish the rest. If possible accomplices are on trial, the countdown is stopped until the verdict is reached. Then resumes. If possible accomplices. If charges are pressed to demand compensation, the statute is frozen. And it's the first one anyway. Shall I?
Objection!
Oh no, it didn't stop. Maybe it's the wrong statement. Yep. Alright, right. Give me a moment.
You should remember the lessons from your training.
So not here. Here?
Objection!
No?
Objection!
Okay, there is definitely something wrong with this. No. Okay, I'm gonna reload. Huh. This one? Could you please add the details about your trading in Zone 4 to your testimony? Is this it? Is this it?
Hold it!
You trained in Zone 4.
After the incident 18 years ago, I left on a journey. I had already decided to hone my candy crafting skills in Zhengfa. Thanks to that, our design sense is incomparable to what it was in the past.
Whoa, that's awesome!
You may have it if you like.
Oh, sweet! So he trained in Zone 4. This better work.
Objection!
There you go. One of the conditions regarding the statute of limitations for murder is as follows. If the suspect flees to a foreign country, the time limit is on hold until the suspect returns. So, the statute of limitations was suspended while you were overseas. Hahaha. That's right! The statute of limitations stopped while you were training in Zhengfa. Indeed, it is possible that the statute of limitations has not expired yet. Mr. Gustavia, please tell us how long you stayed in Zone 4. We can actually check it. He can't lie. It can be checked.
It would be exactly 3 years.
3 years? Wait, let's calmly think this over. The case occurred 18 years ago. The statute of limitations is 15 years, and he was away for 3. 15 plus 3 is exactly 18 years. I'm sure of it. Mr. Adria, we did it. The statute of limitations hasn't expired yet.
Exactly 18 years, you say. How amusing.
So he realized. The date of the murder. From the date of the murder, right?
Why are you laughing? The statute of limitations still applies. Okay, it's frustrating, but the case occurred in December. It's April now, which means, strictly speaking, the case occurred 18 years ago. 18 years and 4 months ago. His stay abroad wasn't quite enough. We were just a few months short. Not enough? That's... Let's say it.
It's impossible for you to arrest me.
He must have known all along. All about this when he confessed to his crime. Oh my god, Judge Courtney.
Prosecutor HF, it really is a shame. If it was just 1 year earlier, the statute of limitations would not have run out. Those who undermine the goddess of law's verdict must bear the burden of their crimes. It seems you were simply incapable.
This can't be the end.
So, Monsieur Gustavia really is beyond the law's reach?
Kate, what are you thinking? Don't kill him.
Objection!
Oh, that's so weird.
If you're thinking of taking matters into your own hands, I implore you to reconsider. There still might be a way to bring this man to justice.
What? Yeah, what?
Miles, remember the facts of the case 18 years ago. Just as you were mistaken earlier, it seems Mr. Gustavia has also overlooked one key detail.
Overlooked?
He wasn't present during Mr. Masters' final trial, so he doesn't know the outcome of the trial. There may yet be a way for you to arrest him. Miles, look over that book on statute of limitations again. 17 years ago, Master was falsely declared guilty for a serious crime. Thanks to that verdict, we are not of elimination just yet.
Mr. Shields, you don't mean...
Those who undermine the goddess of law's verdict must bear the burden of their crimes.
Wait. If possible accomplices are on trial, the countdown is stopped until the verdict is reached, then resumes. On trial, if charges are pressed to demand compensation, the statute is frozen for that length. I don't know.
I am Mr. Master's attorney. I can't use his suffering as a weapon in good conscience. For that reason, I leave the rest up to you.
I don't know. The trial my father and Von Karma battled over, can I use that to arrest Mr. Gustavia? Oh. Raise an objection. No need to think about it. My father and Von Karma, their paths diverged. One revealed the truth, the other concealed it. The path that I choose is the one that reveals the truth. Okay. I see no further reason to prolong this trial. I hereby find Dane Gustavia not guilty. No. Yes. Overruled. Gustavia will stand in court for his crimes. Do you mean to say you have found a way to arrest Mr. Gustavia? Exactly. I don't know. I'll show Judge Courtney the evidence that will shatter the statute of limitations. I don't know. This? If possible accomplices are on trial, the countdown is stopped until the verdict is reached. But he does not have any possible accomplices, right? I don't know. Try. Oops, we are in trouble. I find it hard to ascertain its relevance. Therefore, I cannot accept it. Prosecutor H12, I can see where your feelings are coming from. However, to see you struggle so intensely, it seems you don't know when to give up. I will never give up. The fate of this case rests in my hands. Jeffrey Master's trial went on for 1 year. Yeah? A year-long trial where the truth was fabricated. There must be one more exception to the statute of limitations I can use. But I tried to present that. It didn't work. If charges are pressed to demand compensation. If charges are pressed to demand compensation? Wait. Okay, so statute of limitations ran out on December 24th, 3 years ago. Creator of the dessert contest. In jail, he was diagnosed with hypogelusia and he was treated by medicine. He was convicted as an accomplice to the murder. Okay. Well, this one states that he's an accomplice. So, please?
Take that!
Please? Yes, okay. Dia 7 case file. Give me a moment. Suspect data. Okay, suspect data. Right? Okay, the suspect data page. At the trial, Jeffrey Master was found guilty of being an accomplice to murder, and it took 1 year to arrive at his verdict.
Right, that is indeed true.
This book lists conditions in which the statute of limitations can be put on hold. The first, as I have said earlier, if the suspect flees to a foreign country. But there's one more. Yeah, pile it on, pile it on. If possible accomplices are on trial, the countdown is stopped until the verdict is reached.
What are you saying? Sir Master was found to be an accomplice.
That's right. Mr. Master was sentenced after you had left for your trip to Zhengfa, and he was found guilty not of being the culprit, but of being an accomplice. But it seems you didn't know that.
It's absurd. Sir Master would never committed any crime to begin with. You should certainly know this.
Well, it's your fault. Of course we do, that is why we are going to free him. To that end, we will shatter the one remaining obstacle in our way, the statute of limitations. You fled to Zhengfa for 3 years, and Jeffrey Master was being tried as an accomplice for 1 year. Put it all together, we see that the total time limit for this case is 19 years. In other words, but we have plenty of time. The statute of limitations is not over for you yet.
The goddess of law is unerring in her judgments. However, it seems that the prosecutor at the time was not.
Sure, blame it on the prosecutor.
I cannot believe it, but it seems like the case will have to be reopened. This is absurd. You cannot arrest me.
Objection.
For the last 18 years, an innocent man has suffered greatly in your state. Mr. Xavier, it's now time for you to atone for your crimes.
I have finally earned my place as the greatest confectioner in the world.
Too bad.
To achieve that goal, I cast everything aside, even my own son.
What a shame. You can't run from your crimes any longer. What are you making? What are you making? Whoa, that's... Whoa, not bad. Pretty good. Okay.
Then Gustavio have been taken into custody, sir.
Yeah, so you're up next, right?
Yes, I understand.
Kate.
Everyone, I am truly sorry for all the trouble I've caused. And thank you very much for catching Monsieur Gustavia.
What you did cannot be overlooked. Even if the crimes you committed were in response to a past injustice. As a prosecutor, I am terribly sorry for what happened.
No, I'm only getting what I deserve, since I was the cause of all this.
Kate, will you have me as your attorney? I'm not quite the same useless kid I was 18 years ago. I wouldn't let them find you guilty.
Oh,
Monsieur Shields, yes, thank you so much.
what are those on her cheek? Why does it look like that? Like really big drops of tears? I don't know. But it's weird. Okay, the missing sun is still bothering me. It's bothering me so much.
Sorry to interrupt, but it's time to go.
Yes, alright. Judge Courtney, I can't help but feel that you've been dishonest with me.
Dishonest? Whatever do you mean?
You said that the verdict could not be overturned, but that was not the case. A reinvestigation and retrial were obviously required as soon as the missing body was found.
I have no need to answer you.
It seems she doesn't intend to ever give me an answer. Prosecutor Edgeworth, the PIC has you in its sights. They will receive a report on everything you did here today, and you will most likely be required to appear before them. Okay. No problemo. Now then, I shall take my leave. Okay. Okay, that shocked me. Hold on, Mr. Edgeworth caught the real bad guy. Didn't he do his job as a prosecutor? No matter how things turn out, I will never regret what I did here today. Mr. Edgeworth. Uh-huh.
Hey, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
What is it?
Why are you always sticking your nose into cases that you're not even involved with?
My duty is to reveal the truth. Not only as a prosecutor, it's just who I am. I don't get it. As long as you continue to think that being the best is all that matters, I doubt you ever will.
Well, I don't get that either. I'm going home.
Okay. Bye.
What was that all about?
There is much he still needs to learn.
Miley!
What is it?
I knew Greggy's son could do it. I think I might be falling for you.
Well.
Thanks for helping Jeffy.
Well,
You, AG. Great job solving that case.
Well, I was busy drawing, so I really didn't catch all of it.
Huh? Where did Katie and Jesse run off to?
Loris, you really weren't paying much attention at all, were you?
Yep. Well, I hate to admit it, but Larry's doodles actually helped us out a few times. I told you he's a good artist. I should say something nice to him.
Don't glare at me like that, I'm sorry.
It was not my intent to glare at you.
That patented Edgeworth glare. You're just like your old man.
Is that so?
Well then, Uncle Ray is gonna go pay Mr. Master a visit. You guys wanna tag along?
I'd be happy to accompany you.
Oh, me too. So, this Jeffrey Master, what's he like? Oh, he's a really nice and gentle guy. He's still doing his best to make people happy. He actually cooked desserts for the inmates. Nowadays, all the prisoners and guards look forward to snack time at 3 o'clock. Wow, that's nice. I wanna eat his desserts too.
So, the chocolate cake we saw in the prison the other day, he was the one who made it? I don't remember any chocolate cake.
Oh, Gummy, why are you here?
I heard everybody was coming to visit, so I escorted Mr. Master myself. Hello one and all, I'm Jeffrey Master.
Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth at your service.
And I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday.
Oh, it is a pleasure to meet you all.
And he looks so tired, he looks worn out.
Mr. Master, Miles is your old defense attorney's son.
You mean Mr. Gregory's? Your father has done so much for me, and yet I betrayed his good faith when I made the false confession.
I've heard the details from Mr. Shields.
Mr. Master, I came here today to tell you everything we've learned about 18 years ago.
18 years ago?
Huh? What? Okay.
Kate committed a crime for my sake. Why would she do such a thing?
Miss Hall.
Oops.
Miss Hall has been trying to prove your innocence for the past 18 years. She was willing to do whatever it took to save you.
Kate, she shouldn't have gone through so much trouble for an old man who let her down.
Mr. Master, I don't think you realize just how much Miss Hall cares for you. I have something here that clearly proves the two of you share an unbreakable bond. An unbreakable bond? Proof of the bond. Oh dear. I don't know. Wait. Okay, I have no idea.
Take that!
These chocolates, did Kate make them?
She did.
They're really sweet and tasty.
She's been making these chocolates for the past 18 years, so that she could give them to you whenever you returned. Kate. Oh. I'm sure they are very, very sweet. Yes, they truly are. Unfortunately, I cannot give them to you now, but
I can hand them over later in secret, pal.
it is against the rules, but right now I don't have the authority to stop him.
Oh, thank you very much. Say, you remind me of an old friend. Do you know of a Detective Bat? Of course I do. Detective Bat is my #1 role model, pal.
How uncanny. Talk about fate.
Mr. Master, it's looking like we'll be able to get you out soon. I can only apologize that it took 18 years to do so.
18 years is so long.
Well, ma'am, I'm the one who should be apologizing. No, that's not it. What I really should be saying is thank you.
Mr. Master,
Now it's my turn to wait for Kate. I'll make her favorite sweets every day until she returns. Please look after her, Raymond.
you got it.
The IS-7 incident, the case I inherited from my father, after 18 long years, is finally coming to a close. Okay.
Miles, thanks for today. I am sorry for leaving that final decision to you.
No, I made that decision of my own free will.
Hey, what are you talking about? To arrest Xavier, we had no choice but to use Mr. Master's false charge. Which I was originally supposed to protect him from. The attorney inside of me simply could not do it.
So that's how it was.
But after this, Uncle Ray is going to try to clear away that false charge as well.
Yes, I understand.
What? But if they find out about the false charge, they won't be able to arrest Mr. Gustavia, right? That's true. It sure is a contradiction in the law. I have no idea what this means. The way the law is right now, it isn't always completely right. A contradiction in the law? Well, who knows what will happen. The law evolves and grows, just like all of us do. Just like Uncle Ray and Miles have grown up, you know?
People and the law both grow.
Miles,
That was abrupt.
to fight crime as a prosecutor or to save people as a defense attorney, I want you to think carefully about how you want to live your life from now on.
Well, we know. I will.
Well, if you ask Uncle Ray, you'll always be welcome down at the office. Alrighty then. Looks like it's time for Uncle Ray to get going. Next time I see you, I'll be sure to thank you again. Really though, thanks.
Why does it feel like a death flag? It feels like a death flag. Oh no.
Thanks for today.
That sounds like a death flag.
Mr. Shields seemed to be in a bit of a hurry.
Indeed. I should be the one thanking him. I feel so uneasy right now. No, the death flags. No, it must be my imagination, please. I was able to face my father's last case because of him. When I was young, I wanted to become a great defense attorney like my father. However, under Prosecutor von Karma, I learned the ways of a prosecutor. Thanks to a certain friend, I was able to discover my own path in life. He's talking about Phoenix. However, right now, there are forces trying to take me off the prosecutor's path. Maybe now is the perfect time to think about how I should live my life. Oh my god, please, 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 please. No.
Gregory, I'm sorry that it took so long.
Okay, he's talking to the photo, okay.
It may have taken 18 years, but finally we've proven Mr. Mustard's innocence. Miles, your son, helped me with that. The way he fought for the truth. He was just like you, Gregory. I'm still not the kind of attorney you were, but I will forever carry on the convictions I inherited from you, and if I can,
together with him. I feel so uneasy right now. Don't do it. Don't do it, game. To fight crime as a prosecutor or to save people as a defense, it moved by itself. The path I choose is the end. That The Forgotten Turnabout sounds interesting. But that ending gave me such an uneasy feeling. I hope it's just my imagination. Please, right? Yes, yes, okay. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. So anyway, until the next episode, we finish this case at last. Okay, so until the next episode, thank you for watching and goodbye.